Let's talk about the bindi. Why do people wear this thing on their forehead? How did it start? Does it have something to do with mysticism or ancient sacrifices? Bindi comes from the Sanskrit word bindu, which means a point or a dot. Some say that bindi, which is also described as tilak, means red. On 10th July 2021, a person on Twitter said you can't find bindis in Pakistan, but she was soon corrected and told that in Pakistan, bindis are worn by some Muslim girls during Eid and are in fact available. Bindis are also worn in Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Bali, Philippines, Sudan, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, Burma, or places in the umbrella term of Greater India. In another country bordering India, the bindi has historical presence. On the first day of school in ancient China, during the first writing ceremony Qimeng, the teacher would put a red dot on the new child's forehead. This dot represented opening the wisdom eye, and the word dot is pronounced the same as the word wisdom in Chinese. In Bangladesh, bindis are part of the culture, and women, irrespective of their religion, wear bindis as an ethnic practice. On the Bengali New Year, Pohila Boishakh, both Hinduism and Islam followers jointly celebrate their Bengali identity and wear colorful Bengali attires with a bindi on their foreheads. In Indonesia, non-Hindu and Hindu brides and grooms wear bindis. It is for cultural purposes because Indonesia was once ruled by Indianized Hindu kingdoms, and the culture still continues today. Note that their bindis are green and white. All of these places are part of the Greater India region. They were a part of the Asia maritime trade and cultural exchange since 500 BCE. And India's biggest cultural export was religion. As people exchanged religious ideas, customs like wearing a bindi got shared too. When we look at these exchanges, we think about how did they begin. The question remains about how did the practice of wearing a bindi originate. A long time ago, someone or some people wrote the Vedas. They are texts that built Hinduism or Sanatan Dharma, meaning eternal order or eternal path. Veda means knowledge, and these texts are thought to contain in them the fundamental knowledge relating to the underlying cause of, function of, and personal response to existence. These texts are amongst the oldest religious works in the world. So that means we don't have exact information on when they originated, how they originated, who wrote these, why did people follow them, and a unique peculiarity to them is that Vedas, unlike other religious scriptures, were not revealed to a person or persons at a specific time. They are believed to have always existed. Some say they were conceived by sages in deep meditative states. They were then passed down from master to student in oral form only for generations until they were first written down. They are believed to have been written down between 1500 to 500 BCE. That's about 3000 years ago, give or take. Now these Vedas described areas of concentrated energy called the chakras. They said there are 7 main chakras that run along the center of the body, and there is a 6th one called the Ajna chakra or the brow chakra or the 3rd eye chakra. And it is exactly at this chakra point where the bindi is placed. In Sanskrit, Ajna means command or perceive, and is considered the eye of intuition and intellect. According to the Vedas, when someone is seen in the mind's eye or in a dream, it is also seen by Ajna. So the bindi's purpose, according to the texts, is to enhance the powers of the 3rd eye chakra by facilitating one's ability to access their inner wisdom. It is supposed to allow them to see the world and interpret things in a truthful, unbiased manner, as well as forsake their ego and rid their false labels. The Ajna is symbolized by a secret lotus with 2 petals. It is at this point that two sides, Nadi Iga and Pingala, are said to terminate and merge with the central channel Shushuma, signifying the end of duality. In metaphysics, Bindu is considered the dot or point at which creation begins and may become unity. It is also described as the sacred symbol of the cosmos in its unmanifested state. Bindu is the point around which the mandala is created, representing the universe. Now, Hindu tradition holds that all people have a third inner eye. The two physical eyes are used for seeing the external world, while the third one focuses inwards. So the red dot signifies piety, as well as serving as a constant reminder to keep God or wisdom at the center of one's thoughts. It makes sense then why in ancient China, when kids entered school, the teacher would put a red dot on their foreheads. The kids were opening their third eye by gaining education. The Vedas mentioned the chakra and all, but that's just a correlation. We're still not sure that's how the Bindi came to be. Many believe that the earliest records of the Bindi might be of this statue, known as the Vishishta head. It is dated to 3700 BCE. There is some confusion about this being authentic or not. It is debatable, but some do strongly believe that the tradition of wearing a bindi was practiced by people in the Indus Valley civilization. They are said to be the first users of cosmetics, but we are not sure if they used bindis because we know so little about that time. Throughout the video, you might have noticed many types of bindis. People in Java wear white and green bindis. Some wear jewels as bindis. People match their outfits to them, but this selection used to be much narrower. It was limited to red or sometimes black. Some say the color red is significant as it represents Shakti or strength. Others believe that red symbolizes love. However, some scholars have seen the red color as a symbolism for blood. It's said that in ancient times, in Aryan society, a groom used to apply his blood on his bride's forehead as a recognition of wedlock. The existing practice of round-shaped red bindis could be a survival of this. It could also explain why, when a woman's husband passes away, she stops wearing a red bindi and starts wearing a black one. The other theory regarding red color is that it symbolizes the far more ancient practice of offering blood sacrifices to satisfy the gods, particularly the goddess Shakti. In time, communities put an end to actual sacrifices and offered gifts instead, but the color red remained. In modern times, however, the bindi symbolism is no longer strictly adhered to. Bindis now come in all shapes, sizes and colors and are largely used as beauty accessories. After researching the ancient history behind the dot on the forehead, I feel much differently when I wear a bindi now. Let me know if your opinions on bindi changed after seeing this video. And if you're still here, then thank you so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun researching and getting to know more about this. If you liked this, then please let me know in the comments or give this video a like so that I know if I should make more of these videos. I wish you a nice, peaceful, happy day ahead.